So according to our sources, Yuvraj Singh is in pole position right now. Hello and a very warm welcome to all of you. You're watching this special presentation. I'm Gaurav Kala. Over the next half an hour, we'll talk about Yuvraj Singh and whether he's ready for the grueling test arena. We have former Indian off-spinner Nikhil Chopra in our studios, and we'll also be speaking to our reporter Shimon Ray regarding the inside information that he's getting as far as the selection is concerned. And we'll also be taking your valuable questions and suggestions on this show. We'll be opening up our phone lines for you, the viewers out there, to pose your questions to our cricket expert Nikhil Chopra. We'll get your suggestions as well on who should get the number 6 spot as far as the Indian Test squad is concerned. But right now, let's tell you about cancer hero Yuvraj Singh, who's fast taking giant strides towards a deserving recall in the Indian Test team. And even as skipper Mahendra Singh Dhoni expressed uncertainty on whether the champion southpaw is fit enough for the gruels of Test cricket, Yuvraj Singh's mother Shabnam Singh has come to her son's side, reminding Dhoni of UV's current form and success. Undoubtedly, Yuvraj Singh's biggest fan, Mother Shabnam, came forth arguing for the southpaw's case, reminding the skipper and the selectors of UV's performances in the recent Duleep Trophy and the ongoing warm-up game against England. After a successful comeback to Team India's fold at the recently concluded World T20 in Sri Lanka, the gritty champion that is Yuvraj has felt his form and fitness for the longer format. In his 2 games so far, he's picked up 5 wickets to add to a half-century against India, for India A against England. UV has certainly given a fitting reply to skipper Dhoni, who raised doubts on the all-rounder's fitness and readiness for the grueling Test arena.
5 डे फॉर्मेट के फिट है या नहीं है बहुत डिफिकल्ट है क्योंकि 5 डे फॉर्मेट में काफी चीजें होती हैं जो बहुत अनसर्टेन होती है। जैसे कि एक 50 ओवर के मैच में आपको पता है फील्डिंग टीम सिर्फ 50 ओवर फील्डिंग करेगी, उसके बाद बैटिंग आएगी, चाहे आप पहले बैटिंग करें या बाद में करें। बट एक डेज गेम में क्या होता है कि काफी बार देखा गया सामने वाली टीम 1.5 दिन या 2 दिन भी बैटिंग करती है। सो उस सिचुएशन में ये एसेस करना होगा कि युवराज 2 दिन फील्ड पे रहेंगे, उसके बाद इट शुडंट रिफ्लेक्ट ऑन हिज बैटिंग।
100 नहीं लगाया उसने, 200 लगाया। और क्या कहते हैं, फिटनेस लेवल तो उसने ही हैज वर्कड ऑन इट। इट्स नॉट कि ऐसे ही फिटनेस आ गई, बहुत मेहनत की है और वो शो भी कर रहा है। और बस अच्छी बात है कि वो कम कर रहा है। अब वहाँ पे सेलेक्टर्स बैठे हुए हैं, दुलीप ट्रॉफी में भी बैठे हुए थे, सारा मैच खेला और क्या कहते हैं सेलेक्टर्स बैठे हैं, वो सेलेक्टर्स देखेंगे।
Alright, so of course the 5 wise men of Indian cricket are the ones who are going to make that big decision, and of course from what we're understanding from our sources within that selection committee, the new selection committee, they think that the swashbuckling left-hander from the North Zone has done enough, particularly what we saw in the Duleep Trophy semi-final. Yuvraj carried his form with the willow into the opening tour game against England as well. After that double ton, he scored a 59 in the first innings for India A, and of course he's picked up a 5-wicket haul as well. So he's shown that he's a true all-rounder as far as this Indian Test side is concerned. He's more than handy with the ball. Unlike what Kevin Peterson might say, he's certainly not a pie chucker, and at number 6 in the batting order with his prowess with the willow, certainly will be an extremely big asset for the side. Clearly, Sandeep Patil and co can't ignore the informed Yuvraj and his credentials at this point in time for that crucial middle order berth against the Englishman. While incumbent Suresh Raina missed out in the ongoing warm-up game, Tiwari may not be the best bet in spite of his quality 93 at Mumbai. But UV's success both with the bat and the ball has certainly pushed him as the front runner for that number 6 spot. Alright, first up what we're going to do is we're going to go across to our correspondent Shimon Ray. Shimon, I believe you were at that press conference where the skipper of the Indian side, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, spoke about Yuvraj Singh. He could have very easily just said, look, it's up to the selectors to decide and take a call on Yuvraj Singh, but instead he questioned whether Yuvraj Singh would be able to stand up to the rigors of Test cricket. What are you hearing from your sources?
Well, Gaurav, firstly, this has been true for the last year or so, where Dhoni is actively taking stand. he is also saying what a kind of team he would like to have, clearly indicating that Yuvraj Singh perhaps doesn't fit into his scheme of things, and perhaps he also questioned whether Yuvraj Singh will be able to sustain the grueling 5-day format of the cricket. He had in the past had said that Yuvraj Singh looks very much fit and praised him highly in the 2020 format and 50 overs. But when a question was asked, and again we asked a question whether Yuvraj Singh will be able to sustain the gruels of 5 days, he was unsure. So clearly Yuvraj is making his stand clear that in his scheme of things probably he would perhaps prefer Suresh Raina over Yuvraj Singh. But according to my sources, Yuvraj Singh is very likely to get a chance. They cannot just ignore his double-handed in Dilip Trophy and also 50 not out and also his 5 wickets. So how can selectors ignore? And if you see, the North Zone selectors are very, very keen to have him for the Test series.
All right, let's also get a word in from Rasesh Mandani. He is, of course, tracking developments in Mumbai, where the chairman of selectors is now based, and that's where on Monday the big selection meet and the announcement will be made. Rasesh, what are you hearing from your sources within the Indian selectors?
Now, what we can gather is that perhaps the number 6 spot is still up for grabs. It looks like a two-way battle between Suresh Raina and Yuvraj Singh. Remember, Raina is the one who holds the position at the moment. He's the one who played in the last Test series. Yuvraj will have to take Raina's place if that were to be the case. But it has to be said, Yuvraj has done all he can from his front. It's the 200, the Dulip Trophy, the 60 odd that he made here, 5-wicket haul here, and the time that he spent on the field. The selectors were here in full strength watching these games. So Yuvraj has done all he can. But there's no doubt about the fact that Dhoni coming out and saying what he has, while he would not have a vote in the selection committee meeting, he would be a part of that meeting, and he's made it clear where he stands on it. He's been a long believer in Suresh Raina, and it seems that is where the captain is inclined to believe this. But we also have to remember that this is a new set of selectors, and what Sandeep Patil and company think may vary from it. Yuvraj last time around, his fitness was questioned. The selectors went ahead and picked him in the T20 World Cup, and he was one of the performers of that tournament. Now that he's come up with some performance, and also other ex-selectors that we've been speaking with, Dilip Venkata, Kiran More, they've also given the thumbs up to Yuvraj Singh. But now for Sandeep Patil and company to take a call, there are a series of Ranji games coming up as well, and Raina and Yuvraj will feature in that as well. So that may have a final bearing as well. The decision may be still up for grabs, but it seems it's a two-way battle between these two left-handers.
All right, Rasesh, many thanks for that input, and Shumon, many thanks to you as well for joining us and telling us what you're picking up from your sources. So clearly, as far as Yuvraj Singh is concerned, he's now done pretty much all that he can. But is that enough for the national selectors? Is that enough for the captain of the Indian cricket side, Mahendra Singh Dhoni? Let's get our cricket expert, Nikhil Chopra, involved in the conversation. Nikhil, as far as the Yuvraj Singh question is concerned, we're calling it Dhoni's UV dilemma at this point in time. Do you think opinion is divided down the middle, or do you think that Yuvraj Singh's done enough?
Well, I don't think the opinion is divided right down the middle. I can understand where Mahendra Singh Dhoni is coming from, but Yuvraj Singh most certainly has done enough to earn a spot in the 11 come the first Test match against England. The last two outings he's had, he spent a lot of time when he got that double 100 just to go out there and prove his fitness, that he can bat for a long period of time. That's your acid test when it comes to 5 days grueling cricket. And then against England, he got that half century and also bowled now for a long period of time to pick up those 5 wickets. And he brings that little extra on the table when you're playing, say, the 7 batsmen and you're playing the 4 bowler theory. Now, if you have a partnership, who does Mahendra Singh Dhoni look to? He doesn't need to look to a part-timer. You've been over a period of time been looking to groom Yuvraj Singh, whether it's T20 cricket, whether it's one-day internationals, so that he can come and bowl. And Test match cricket now, when you're playing in India where the tracks are going to be turning, this is the best opportunity, and he's amongst runs. This is the time he's grown in confidence. This is the time that you got to throw Yuvraj Singh in the deep end once again.
Correct. And of course, at this point in time, what we're going to do is, like we promised earlier, we're going to open our phone lines right now and get you, the viewers out there, involved in this particular show. We've got our first caller right now, Trilok Mehra. He's calling us from Baroda. Trilok, go ahead with your views and thoughts on this.
Yeah, I think what I feel is that UV should get chance. He has done enough and to his point. We should look after his hunger of the runs and the cricket. After coming back from the cancer, he has proved all the fitness and all the games. He's hit the double century. He is now 59 with the 5 wickets. What else Dhoni is looking for?
Okay. It's a very fair point that you make, Trilok. Nikhil has come out and said that, look, as far as UV is concerned, what more can you really ask from the man? He's come back. Not only has he fought cancer, he's then made a successful comeback. He's played for his state. He's played in the T20 World Cup. He's done well there. He's come back and he's played in the longer format of the game as well. He's played a 4-day match. And there also he's proved himself. He's gotten a double ton. What more can you ask for? And now against the visiting Englishmen, that's the team that they're going to be taking on in the Test series. He's picked up 5 wickets, scored a half century.
Absolutely. You know, when it comes to fitness or proving his fitness, I think he spent enough hours out there in the middle just to go out there and show that he's fit enough to last for 5 days. But Mahendra Singh Dhoni, also said in that press conference that it is absolutely up to Yuvraj Singh to gain whether he's 100% fit or can he last for 5 days when it comes to Test cricket under pressure. And I think UV can, to be very honest. And don't forget, this is the acid test. The 8 Test matches Team India is playing at home, 4 against England and 4 against Australia, will be the acid test for Mahendra Singh Dhoni to do well and retain his captaincy, Gaurav. Because when we were in England and when we were in Australia, we got that drubbing of 8-0. So this is the time to get back, grow in confidence. Team India wins the series both against England and Australia. I guess he'll be looking to retain his captaincy.
Absolutely. Let's go across to our next caller, Dr. Narayan, calling us from Mumbai. Dr. Narayan, go ahead with your question for Nikhil Chopra.
Well, hasn't Yuvi demonstrated his hunger after fighting cancer? He's played the 5-day format, hit a double ton. He's played the recent games, played and taken 5 wickets. And we are playing on home ground, on home advantage. He definitely adds that strength, be it batting, bowling or fielding. And moreover, he exudes positive energy. I'm sure he is one who will definitely be an asset to Dhoni rather than making him sit out and carry things.
All right. Thanks a lot for your thoughts, Dr. Narayan. Of course, echoing what the majority of our viewers so far are telling us here on the telecast, that Yuvraj Singh certainly has done enough. But Nikhil, as far as Yuvraj Singh is concerned, if we look at his overall Test career, his overall Test record, it's not really what you would expect from someone of his talent and from what he's done, of course, in the shorter format of the game and the kind of talent that he actually possesses. Where has it in the past gone wrong for Yuvraj Singh, and is that something that maybe is weighing on the mind of, say, the captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni when he questions UV's form and fitness?
To be honest, I hope not, because if you look at his record, Yuvraj Singh, I don't think has had a fair run in Test match cricket where he's played 4-5 Test matches. He's been asked to open the innings, he's got runs, then he's asked to sit out, he's got runs in the middle order, he was asked to sit out. He's been given these sporadic opportunities. If you remember that tour in Sri Lanka, where he against Sri Lankan tour just before the Test match, he got 100. Then in Test match, he got a half century. He fell ill. He was obviously sitting out. Suresh Raina got 100. But when Yuvraj Singh got fit, he wasn't asked to come back in the next Test match. It was Suresh Raina who continued, and UV never got to see or get to be in the 11 again. But the same sort of scenario happened with Gautam Gambhir and Murli Vijay. Murli Vijay got runs, and when Gambhir got fit, it was not Murli Vijay carried on, and Gautam Gambhir came back straight in the 11. So I just feel for Yuvraj Singh, it's unfortunate to see somebody of that kind of talent. He's probably got treated a little roughly.